Okay, let's get on with this pastry. So I've got water, cold, flour, butter and salt. Now, there's two things you need to know about making a simple short crust pastry like this. Is everything needs to be cold. The butter needs to be cold, the water needs to be cold, and ideally your hands need to be cold, or we're going to do this in the machine. But yeah, just keep everything that's cold, even the bowls and everything, keep it nice and cold. So the second thing is the amount of flour or dry ingredients to the amount of butter or fat. So you need twice as much flour, half as much fat. So I've got 300 grams of flour, 150 grams of butter. Now, if you want, you can mix this. You can use lard, which is a beef fat, or some shortening. You can do a third if you want, like 50 grams of each. You kind of, some people do that. I just like to use just straight butter. And I've got like a teaspoon there of salt. So cold, keep the bowls cold. And always remember that you need twice as much dry as you do fat. Let's get my machine out. Okay, so I've got my flour in there, and we're now going to drop in the butter, which I've just cut up. And like I say, it's nice and hard. We're going to add that salt. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the lid on, and we're going to go just for like 15 seconds or so, okay? Okay, so the flour and the butter have been mixed, and we've got little lumps there of butter. Don't worry about that, that's exactly what you want. Now we're going to add some water, and again, cold. I'm using some ice water. Just want to add a little bit now. Get the machine back on, then we'll add a little bit more. Okay, so while the machine's going, I'm going to start to add a little bit more water. We want to put in like 100 ml. So it's not a lot of water really. And it's going to start to gather up. And in about 1 or 2 minutes, in fact, here she goes now. She's turning herself into a little ball. Perfect. Okay, so there you go. So you've got yourself a nice pastry right there. Beautiful. And it feels really cold. Let's get it out. Okay, so it's looking beautiful. What we want to do is just get it into a nice ball, and don't over press it, and you don't want the heat of your hands really on it too much really. That's fantastic. All we're going to do now is get some plastic wrap, cling film or whatever you call that. Cover that over. Minimum 30 minutes overnight. Fabulous. That's ready to go. Right, there you go. Simple, in the fridge. Lovely.